everything you can hear. 100% in-field. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40mm tube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like this? I think we are live. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me well? Oh, there's an echo. There's a big echo because there's nothing in the room. How's everyone doing? Let me lower the volume a little bit of the background music so I can hear myself. So how's everyone doing? Paisley, how's everything? Stephen Poole, John Doe, Nate, Edge of 3D. So I don't know if I need to speak loud or not loud because now I have a microphone. Is that this one? Is the sound coming here? If I do like this? Did I set everything properly? You are a bit quiet. Oh, really? Am I a bit quiet? Or do I need to speak directly in the microphone? Like this? Oh, but no? Maybe I need to put it closer. Maybe put it here. How about now? We can hear you perfect. Okay, great. Then I don't need to scream. If I scream, then there's an echo. Yeah, it's fine. Look at this. Look at this. I have this. Is it here? And then I have this. You see? Look at this banana. So I do have one issue. Is I don't know how to cut the sound. You see, I have the video here, but I can hear myself, like the sound coming from here, and I have no idea how to remove the sound. Like I go at minimum, but it doesn't go away. I don't know if there is some type of setting that I can set. Yeah, there's no setting. Echo cancellation, blah, 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 blah. So I can still hear myself here. A little bit annoying, but I don't know how it works. Okay, so change your output maybe. What do you mean? Change my output? Yeah, but there's no output here. That's the problem. Yeah, I have no idea. That's the kind of thing I will have to slowly figure out. But anyway, today we're going to talk about. Actually, you know what? So it's more annoying than I thought it would be to hear myself. Maybe what if I put you there for now? You go over there. Yeah, don't hear yourself too much. Hello, hello. Yeah, I can still hear myself. How about I just let me see. Yeah, I should have asked Google before. Top on the menu, on the upper right corner, tap the site information button with a circle figure A. When prompt, tap site setting, under permission, tap sound figure, blah, blah, blah. What is that? Did you ask ChatGPT or? Tap on the menu button in the upper right. Menu button in the upper right. Where's the upper right here? Where's the menu button? Here. Yeah, maybe that's this. Tap on the site information button. Site information button. And then site setting, permission, type sound. Permission. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, Thank you, Zombie. Okay, let me do the same thing on the other one. Hello, hello. It is working. Okay. Oh, that makes it. Okay, let me do it on the other one. Okay. So go on the setting. Oh, do you have the same version for Safari? I guess here. No. Let me see. Yeah, do you have the same version for Safari? Maybe this one. No. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. Nope. Maybe this one. Option. Nope. Nope. Maybe if I go more, setting, audio, no. Okay, but this one is less bother me less. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, it automatically. Yeah, if you have the Safari version 1, that would be great. Otherwise, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. So, like you said, Edge of 3D. I don't have anything in. So this is the studio, right? Let me take advantage that I have multiple camera to show you. So this is the studio, right? So it's a pretty simple room, and then there's all of this here. Okay, so this is where I want to do the PolyLab. This is where I want to do, put all the different devices here, in here. Like I don't know, like melt index testing, moisture testing, what else? Tensile testing, impact testing, heat resistance, all of this stuff. I want to put all of this stuff here. You see that, Nikor? Multiple camera. But yeah, I only have, it took some time for me to set up everything, so I only have like an hour and 20 minutes before the other show, ZNZ, I think. Currently not possible to mute one tab. Oh, okay, so I cannot. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna look at this. Is it this? Oh no, actually not this one. The PolyDryer, and I want to answer some questions. Regarding the PolyDryer stuff. So we're gonna have a look at this, and then we're gonna answer all the different questions when it comes to drying, because I've seen a lot of interesting question related drying. So I thought it would be a good idea to go through these different questions. And I saw a Reddit thread about it. So I think it would be great to talk about all of these questions. Yeah, Nikor, any idea you have on how I can deal with how I can create this? Like I don't know, maybe do we really want a filament wall at the back, or PolyDryer box wall or something? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this room yet. It's a blank canvas. This is the chair I got from China. Is the same, and this is also the moving desk that is also coming from China. You want to see printers? Well, there will be, obviously, right? There will be like maybe 2 or 3 printers, but not more than 2 or 3 printers, I think. I want most of the stuff to be like testing machine, more than printers. We need printers to print the stuff that need to be tested. But I think having printers for me is more important. So look at that. I have 3 cameras. That's the first time I have 3 cameras. So let me see if I can do like this. There's no wide angle on this one. So maybe about it. Oh yeah, not bad. Like this. Okay, not bad. Kenneth saying, Nick, just get a Costco membership. You have a Costco at your city, right? All your office supply will be from there. Oh yeah, I didn't even know actually you needed a membership to go at Costco. but now I know. A filament wall seems like not the best use of the space. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I don't know, some type of, I don't know. I really want to make this room functional. Like, I mean, aesthetically good, right? With some good lights and stuff like this, but mainly functional. I want to have like, you know, testing machines and stuff, but I don't know what can be functional and hang on the wall or something. Or yeah, I don't know. I've no ideas. You guys will have to give me some ideas. So yeah, let's open the I will just open the PolyDryer. You guys can just ask your question. I mean, it's been a long time, right? I think I will resume all the streaming once a week, once or twice a week, I don't know, and then we'll just build a nice lab here, and then together we'll talk about some stuff that we want to test together, right? I'm not speaking too loud because I have a microphone, so let me know if it's still good. I usually scream at my computer, but I need to practice being calm. Nicor, countertop worktop on the back wall with an overhead camera rig for sure. To start, yeah. Paint a giant Polymaker logo on the wall behind you, yeah. Deep storage. What else? Volume is good. Okay. Slightly quiet, but fine. Okay, so I do need to speak out a little. Actually, if I do two microphones, does it work? Hello, hello? Does that make an echo? Hello, 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 hello? Or does that take both at the same time? Maybe I can have another one. Do you know, I will use this one to capture the sound of the PolyDryer. So let me put it back this one. Maybe we don't need. Yeah, let me put it back here. Okay. Costco executive membership, you will get your money back in cash back at the end of the year. The more the shop, the more you get cash back after 1 year. Yeah, I did. I did spend a lot on getting this house just because I couldn't get a conventional loan. So it will have to be slowly. The investment on here will have to be slowly. But okay, so you see in the box, there is only at the top, there is the operation manual, right? I don't even know where to look. Oh, here. There's the operation manual, and then PTFE tube. It should be 50 centimeters, half a meter, whatever inches in PTFE tube, and then that's it. And then you have directly this big thing, which is the PolyDryer complete set. Okay, let's have a look at this. How many of you have the PolyDryer? I know I saw Edge of 3D has it. I think who else? I saw Filament Fanatic was here. That has it also. Zombie, I think has it. Oh, Steve Build is here. Hey, Steve Build. Also, Steve Build has it. Yeah, who else do I forgot to send mine? Simonette. Oh, Nightcore is here also. Nightcore has it. Paisley's has it. Oh, Disturb Medic. What are you doing on YouTube, Medic? Who else is here? Hey, Numeric. So the first feature you're going to notice when you when you unpack is when you are going to open these guys. I don't know if the microphone is going to catch that, but did you hear? Let me use the other one. I don't know if that filters the sound, but did you yeah, I don't know if you can hear, but basically it's super tight, like extremely tight. And yes, that's a feature. You see this the massive ring here. So that's the one that you're compressing to the point where there's no air coming through. So, and then inside you're gonna have the dryer duct and the other accessories. So, oh my God, do you guys like to have these multiple angles? Is that cool? I find it super cool, but I don't know if it's overwhelming for you or not. Like you can see from here and then from here and then my face. I find it pretty cool, but let me know if it's overwhelming. I can switch to the camera that is the most important for you, but for me, it looks cool. But let me know. It is a very tight seal. Yeah, it is. Background is a bit bare. Yeah, I just moved in. I mean, do you know when they installed the internet? Like the box is just behind the modem and the router. They installed it this morning. You know, do you want to have a story? We launched the PolyDryer at 10 o'clock, right? And I still didn't have internet like yesterday and this weekend, right? So I couldn't prepare anything online. And so the appointment was at 8 o'clock today. So I couldn't prepare anything. So I was hoping that the internet would come and install within, well, less than 2 hours. So I had a few minutes to prepare, you know, the Shopify page and everything, right? And they finished. And fortunately, they were pretty fast at installing internet. It was a little bit long because, you know, they have to run the wire because it's a new construction. So they have to run all the wire. And they finished at 9:40, I think, or 9:30. So I had half an hour to prepare all the launch. But I think it came out really nice. Because I mean, I just most of the content was prepared, right? The marketing content. But yeah, I prepared the page and all of this, like the Shopify page. So I had to upload all the videos and stuff. Okay, so we have. Okay, I'm doing a terrible unboxing, but basically you have the port supply, right? Nothing super interesting, but that's there is multiple SKU. This SKU is for the US, and yeah, whatever country use the same plug. Okay, we don't need this. And then the other has the hygrometer plus how do you call this? The spindle, right? So this is another cool thing about the PolyDryer is you can put the spool. Oh, you know what? I don't even have a spool here. You can put either the spool as with the center, right, like this, or you can use the pre-installed bearing here. So it's two different way. And yeah, a big shout out to Zombie and Igor. Zombie from Zombie Hedgehog, and Igor from MyTechFun. We I think half a year ago, or more than half a year ago, I think we involved them too in order to help us with ideas, etc. And I think this idea of having both the spindle and the rack came from I don't remember, Zombie or Igor or both of them, and a couple of other ideas, I think. Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, the bracket here I think came from Zombie. The bracket here, I think Zombie was more on the like outside feature kind of thing, like what type of feature he suggested, a couple of feature, and Igor was more on the dryer, like he tested a bunch of dryers, and yeah, he wanted to he wanted to have a lot of features like quiet and yeah, the airflow stuff. So yeah, a lot of really good feedback from Igor and Zombie. And then we obviously have the beta testing 2 weeks ago, and that's all the people in the chat that have the dryer helped us to beta test. But the problem is, all the feedback we had from that beta testing, we haven't. So the first batch has not changed, right? We didn't have time to change, but we implemented the changes on the second batch already. Like for example, you're going to see some small issue with the sticker. So we already changed the sticker in the new batch. I think some of the bearing, like if you want them to be a bit tighter, like not like tighter in a way that don't move, but I mean they still freely spin. But we already improved this. There's a small improvement already that we did for the next version. Hey, Wastery, how's everything? Oh, we have a raid. Oh, wait. I didn't activate my. Let me go. Let me go here. Oh, it's been a long time. I didn't stream, huh? How do you do that? Create a dashboard. Let me move this here. And then stream manager. Okay, there we go. Oh, what did you do? Okay, we had a raid from BC23D. How's everything? I think BC23D. I met them at Rocky Mountain. Royal Nomi, right? I always. Oh, Royal Nomi is not is a different name. Let me think. No, it's the same, right? Yes. So, what is Royal Nomi then? Why I have this name in my mind when I see BC and Nomi? Oh, you have two different channels. Oh, the hubby channel and the Wi-Fi channel. Okay, I see. Welcome in, welcome in. It was nice meeting you guys at Rocky Mountain Rip Rap Festival. Nomi take over BC's channel. BC and Royal Nomi sitting in the tree. yeah. Okay, now I understand. It's two channel, but from the same house, I guess. But thank you for the raid. We are having a look at the PolyDryer, and I just noticed that. So you see, when I removed this from the pack, it was at 40%, right? And now it's 60%. It already increased quite a lot. And actually, let me have a look at Houston humidity, just to have a comparison. Houston humidity. Hey, actually, did you know that I'm not far away from actually BC and Royal Nomi? We are going to organize some type of meetup here. The humidity is 71%. Maybe let's go a bit more precise where I live. Oh, 79% where I live. That's almost 80%. But so far, it's staying at. Oh, but yeah, I'm also in the house, and there's the aircon, which make it a little bit drier. But anyway, it was definitely more humid than when it was in the back. So we're gonna see what it does. I'm going to put the Desiccant inside, and then I'm going to put it in the box, and then I will close it, and let's see how long it takes. Hey, Creatrix. Nice empty room. Yeah, that's a blank canvas. The blank canvas that we'll have to fill up with some great ideas. Okay, so this will fit here. So we have to put the Desiccant inside. So that's also the part that we want to improve the experience, is to put this inside. Okay, should I read the manual, or I just figure out how to open this? Oh, there's a poly maker here. I didn't even notice. There's a poly maker. Yeah, you know, that's the second time I opened this. So I'm a true reviewer. I mean, highly biased reviewer, but that's really, I haven't used it that much, or if not at all. So I'm really discovering this. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to read the manual. How to open this? How did you guys open this? Do you have to force? Oh, there you go. Oh, you do. Oh, you do have to force a little bit. Okay, not a little bit. You do have to force to take this outside. Well, I guess you're not going to change that too much, right? Because the cool thing is you put the Desiccant, and then every time you dry, it's actually drying the Desiccant. So I think it's pretty cool. So let me open this. Okay, and it's a color changing Desiccant. So now it's purple. Purple means is dry or is not dry. Let me see. Usually, I think orange means it's dry. Purple, I think it means it's not dry, right? Let me see. Manual. Is that written? Okay. Do not put anything blah blah blah. Do not lose the desiccant, blah, blah, blah. Okay, are you faster than the manual? How often do you recommend replacing the desiccant? Hard to say, depending on how many cycles you do, but maybe once every half a year to a year, I would say. That would be my suggestion. Purple is dry, pink is damp. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's super, super dry, right? That's a super nice purple. Oh, by the way, do you enjoy the quality of the stream? Now I can stream it in 1080p. How cool is that? I have the US internet now. So how am I going to open this? Did you guys open this without? Let me see. Oh, there you go. So what I suggest is you open a very small hole. Okay, you make a small hole like this. Okay, you make a tiny hole. Oh, it autofocus. Whoa. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, anyway, so and then it's easier to put it inside. So it's not the best experience like this. We'll have to work on how to not make a mess out of pouring everything inside. But and then you shake it, shake it, and then pour. Okay, I lost one or two. Okay, you pour. If I don't show you at the same time, maybe I can do a better job. But you can see it's not the ideal, right? Like we should find a way to maybe 3D print a funnel or something like this, or like overflowing. Okay. No. Okay. Well, you get what I mean? Not the ideal. But it's only one time, let's say. And then you just even out. Hey, for the people that have the PolyDryer, did you do a better job than me? Is that just me? Or is that because I was showing the camera at the same time? That's why I didn't do a good job? What was your experience? Okay, and then you put this back. Yeah. Okay, and now it's ready. Now you have a nice purple desiccant autofocus. Sorry, it's just such a long time I didn't stream and I'm a little bit tired. So okay, and then we put, so you see 55, okay? 55. We put it inside. Okay, and then we close it. We don't need the extra desiccant. Okay, and then we close it at 55. Okay. Either at the front or either at the back. Did I just had an internet issue? Okay, or at the oh, can you? Oh yeah, so you can put either way. That's pretty cool. And then boom, and then boom. And now it's supposed to be super, super tight, like really tight. Like, we did I think I repeated that like many times, but we did a smoke test where we put one input here at the top, and then the other input we put it in the smoke machine, and then we pump smoke inside, and then we put some pressure to see where it would leak, right? And the side started to inflate. We literally inflated the box. So yeah, just to show you that the effort you put into closing these, worth it a lot. Your video froze for a second. Huh. I thought I had the best internet in the world. No, but yeah, I'm streaming, I think 1080p here on this camera, and then 780 here, and no, I think here, 780 here, and I don't remember here. So and all of them are connected to the same Wi-Fi, plus my wife also, who is a YouTuber. Okay, so we are at 49. So let's see. I didn't put a timer. Oh, okay. So maybe let me put a timer here. So let's put a timer. Stopwatch, and then let's start. Okay, so we'll just add, let's say we'll add 30 seconds or 1 minute, and we started at 55, right? Let's see if we can go down before the end of the stream. Okay, so next we have the dryer dock. So this is how we call it. We call it the dock. So we have the dryer box here, the PolyDryer box, and this is the dock. Okay, and on the dock, I mean, there's nothing special. Just, I mean, the on-off switch here, right? And then you have here the different level. Okay, so let's talk about the levels. A lot of people has highlighted why we didn't put temperature. Okay, why we are not talking about temperature. Yeah, actually, I'm interested. Out of the people that are watching here, was that also your reaction? Did you also wonder about temperature? Like why are we not displaying temperature? Why the drying is level 1, level 2, level 3, right? Level 1 for PLA, PVB, poly support, level 2, PTG, ABS, ASA, TPU, and level 3, nylon, PC, PVA, and poly support for nylon. And there's no temperature. Yeah, Traxman, wonder about the temperature. Ryan also, I would like to know the temperature. Would like better control. Yeah, that's interesting actually. Logical Fundy. Sunlo has taught me to think of drying in temperatures. Yeah, and that's a very good point also from Michael from YouTube. All my existing dryer have temperature and time adjustment of the dryer. Care less about knowing the temperature and more about knowing it works. I understand why you didn't. Okay, so yes, indeed, on the market, most of the dryer are displaying temperature, and the knowledge around drying is almost 100% around temperature at the moment on the market. However, in reality, from what I learned and some of the experience, is temperature is only a setting, right? It's only a setting of one setting of drying, and there's way more setting that allow you to make a more efficient drying, not only temperature. And the example that I give to everyone, and you may have heard it already, is let's say you want to dry your hair, right? What do you do when you dry your hair? Are you going to put your head in an oven and adjust the temperature, and the higher the temperature and the faster it's going to dry? Well, I will wait a little bit before making sure that nobody do that. But theoretically, I'm assuming nobody do that, right? Nobody put their head into the oven to dry their hair. Creative Bear, I have a current heater with a fan, which seems to make a big difference over the same dryer without a fan. Yeah. Saw the announcement video, love it. I just hope additional container aren't too expensive. Yeah, large quantity, yes. I'm bold, no need to hair dryer. How are we supposed to dry your hair? Okay, should be a combination of temperature, humidity level. Yes. So okay, so we all agree, right, that we don't put our head into. So what we do is we blow air on our hair, right? And there's multiple setting on the hair dryer. One is the flow. Okay, you can make it. Yeah, like you too, MacBook. You can one button is the flow and the other button is the temperature, right? Those are the two settings that you have on the hair dryer. Well, it's basically the same. I mean, very simplicity is the same for dryer. On one side, you have the flow, the airflow, and on the other side, you have the temperature. And most likely, you may have heard from a barber, or barber is for both women and men, or like the barber for women, that you may have heard that if you have long hair and you dry with a too hot temperature, is going to damage your hair, right? Oh, hairdresser, sorry. Hairdresser. So you may have heard from your hairdresser that blowing your hair with too hot, then it can damage your hair. It's exactly the same with this. And usually what end up happening is you just blow hair. You just blow air on your hair and you don't even use a temperature. So it's a little bit, it's kind of the same here. So why do we need temperature? Why do we need airflow, right? So in a simple way, how I understand it, right? The temperature is allows the water molecule to move. Okay, so you excite the water molecule. That's what the temperature is going to do. Okay, and in some cases, depending whether it's a free molecule inside the polymer, or whether it's a molecule that has some type of bond, let's say a hydrogen bond in the molecule, right? That temperature will will give enough energy to the water molecule to either, if it's a free molecule, move from within the polymer matrix, or in the case if it's a linked water molecule, then it will help to break the bond, right? It will help to excite the molecule so that it breaks the bond, makes the bond not stable anymore, right? So that's what the temperature does. But the temperature itself doesn't dry the filament, right? It doesn't do anything to the water molecule. It only excites the water molecule. So it just make them move, give them some movement, right? And then you need something to, after the water molecule can move, then you have to suck them. You have to suck them out of the polymer matrix, right? And that's how you use how I understand it is you use a humidity gradient. Okay, so if you have a lot of moisture, like let's say you have a volume, right? A cube with a volume, and on one side it's more humid than on the other side, then automatically it will the side that has more water molecule, that is more dense, more moisture density, it will slowly go to the other side so that it even out the moisture. Okay, and then you have an average moisture density, right? Relative humidity in your cube. Well, the filament is the same. So the filament has a certain moisture content, right? So what you do is you create at the surface of the filament, you create an environment that is super, super dry. And that gradient is going to suck the water molecule outside. And how you can keep that surface dry, right? You can either do what we're doing here. Okay, now it's down at 44%. Okay, so you just slowly dry the environment, right? So the molecule are around it, and then slowly there's less and less molecule, and slowly create a gradient. Or you create you blow out of the molecule, constantly blow the molecule out of that surface, and that surface stay completely dry at all time, and then it's sucking all the molecule. Okay, does that make sense now? What the temperature does, and like what's the objective of heating up the filament, and what's the objective of creating that humidity gradient with airflow. And obviously, when you combine both, then that's how you can get a pretty efficient drying, right? And let me know if you want to go more into details, but the dew point what is the most important. So the dew point is how much is kind of an index that show you how much the air can take water molecule, right? So if you have an air environment around the filament that can absorb a lot of moisture, then it's going to suck even more the moisture out of the filament. Okay, so okay, now I'm going to read the chat if you have any question regarding this. FDAF patch, it's been a long time, right? Back to streaming. Simply happy, solid explanation. Okay. Yeah, let me know if there's any part of it that I need to go a little bit more into details, or I'm not a material scientist or anything, but just from my understanding how I think it's working, right? I mean, it could work a different way, and I have a bad understanding of, but that's how for me it works. That's how for me it works. In my experience, 40 to 45 degree can dry every filament I use, like TPU or nylon. It just takes longer, and even able to dry my silicon gel at this temperature. Made my own dryer closet. Yeah, it would sometimes take a really long time, especially for the water molecule that are bonded to the actual backbone of the polymer, right? Because that bond is the one that you need actual energy to break that bond, and I think the gradient energy, like the fact that the environment is seeking for equilibrium, is sometimes not enough not enough force to suck that water molecule that is stuck to the backbone. So you do need to give energy in a form of heat so that it can break that bond, and then it will go and be sucked outside of the filament. Heat help because it makes the air able to hold more moisture, which is lowering the relative humidity. Yeah, that's the dew point. Moisture extraction, yes. Wouldn't biometric pressure change that? I don't know what is biometric pressure. Biometric pressure. What is this? Barometric pressure forecast is how does more? Oh, the atmospheric pressure? Is that what you're talking about? I mean, it will change. Let me check. It will change the dew point, yeah, but by not much, right? I don't think it will really affect. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. It's like cooking a turkey. You can blast the turkey with scorching heat, but if that heat can't reach the center fast enough, you will have a frozen turkey center. In the case of the turkey, in a spool is a spool of filament. Yeah, it's yeah. So for example, you will never be able to dry the whole spool, especially if you have a big, you know, a full spool of 1 kg. You won't be able to dry even the core, right? So usually what's happening is you're drying and you're printing at the same time, and you can dry the outer super fast, and then it slowly go, but it goes slower and slower as it go to the center to dry them, right? So barometric pressure can affect relative humidity. Yeah. So that's why I prefer talking about the dew point. And actually, if you go and look for dryer for pallets for injection molding, they usually they don't talk about relative humidity. They usually talk about the dew point that they can reach. I think the airflow and maybe the temperature as well. So what they talk about. So anyway, let's talk about if you have any question related to moisture. Okay, so why we didn't put temperature here, right? Why we didn't put temperature? Because we wanted to break. Oh, it's actually written PolyDryer here. This oh, you cannot see very well. It's written PolyDryer. But anyway, the reason we didn't put temperature is because we don't want to mislead people. especially that it's really hard, if not, I mean, yeah, it is possible, but it's super expensive to have a device that you can input a temperature and you can maintain the temperature everywhere in the box. Everywhere in that box, if I put the box on top and I set, let's say, 60 degrees C, it would be very expensive from a hardware perspective to actually maintain 60 degrees C in everywhere in the box. So I know there's a lot of dryer that, you know, let you set the temperature, but my personal opinion is that I don't think is I think it's kind of misleading in some ways, but that's my personal opinion, right? Because I do not think that when you set a temperature, it's the actual temperature inside everywhere inside the box. So that's why we preferred not misleading people, because we consider it's misleading, and just put levels. Just this is kind of profiles. Level 1 is the drying profile for PLA, PVB, and poly support, right? So you don't have to set temperature or blah blah. We already have a profile for it. So, and by profile I mean the airflow and the heat schedule, right? So, okay, any question, Monkey Butt Labs? Would slots in the cardboard spool help dry the inner spool more? Yes, absolutely. Especially in the core, right? If yeah, absolutely. Mehin83, I'm back, but with food this time. Enjoy your food. Logically Fondy, it's $70 USD for it. Yeah, so talking about the price, what do you guys think about the price? So for the PolyDryer and for the box, so it's $69.99, $70 basically for $79.99. Is it $70 logically? I don't think it's $70. I think it's $80. Let me check. You're making me doubt the price. Yeah, it's $80. It's not $70. Well, it's $79.99, but it's more 80 than 70, right? That's the marketing trick, right? Looks like it worked. But anyway, so what do you think of $79.99 for the PolyDryer and $29.99 for the PolyDryer box, which is not the Poly box sideline. The PolyDryer box. We already took the Poly box name, so we couldn't use it again. Yeah, what do you think? So if we go from a market perspective, right? So you know what? Let me share my screen. Let me move you guys over here. You see, I have a monitor. How good is that? Oh my god, I'm so happy with the setup. It's the first time I have such a developed setup. Okay, and let me share my screen. Or should I share this screen or this screen? Maybe I should share this screen, because this screen has some element that we may not want to share. So let me put you guys here, and then bring this here, so that I can continue to talk to you like this, and then I can share my screen here. Would that be okay? Yes? Yes. So let's go on Amazon. Okay, so let's go and see. Let's try to be a little bit objective on the price first, and then let's give some subjectivity, right? Like what would people be willing to pay to dry their filaments? So let me share the entire screen of this side. Okay, is that working? Yeah, great. There's even all the multiple camera on the. Okay, so by the way, if you don't like all the multiple camera, let me know. I'm leaving there because I don't know, I just like it. So if you want, let's say dryer, filament dryer. Okay, so filament dryer, we have the Soval, okay, the Soval that is at 56, The listing price was at 70, but it's now at 50, 55, sorry. And then, okay, so we have the Sunlu that is at 70 here, and that is the new version. So the new Sunlu version is at 70, so it's $10 cheaper than ours. The new Creality Space Pi is at $86. Okay, so $6 more expensive, so similar to our price. The ComGrow is at 55. This dryer is at 50, etc. And then that's the S4, right? Yeah, the S4 is at 160, but that can hold up to 4 spools, etc., etc. Right? So we're not cheap, but I don't think we are expensive. We're kind of, oh, what is this? That is pretty cool. 55. So I would say we're a bit higher than market price. Let's say market price is like 55, 60, like average. We still have the e-box at $50, Creality $50, $86. So we are slightly higher than market price. If we want to keep objectivity, we're slightly higher. I would say like maybe $5. Let me check. We are at 80. We are like $10 to $15 above market price. So $10 to $15. That's like we're like 20% above market price. So now the question is, does it worth it? Does this 20% more that you're gonna put in the dryer worth it? So to answer this question, you have to look at the value. The first thing you want out of a dryer is that it dries your filament, right? And efficiently. Okay, it doesn't damage your filament. It dries it as fast as possible without damaging it. From our testing, we are one of the most efficient dryer on the market. And we tried a lot of dryer. Again, I might be a little bit biased. We'll have to wait for more third-party review. But from our internal testing, we have one of the most efficient dryer capability. From a storage point of view, we are obviously the best because there's no dryer out there that does storage, right? If you do, we did a smoke test with all of them. Anyway, it's not, you cannot mix a dryer and a storage together in this way, right? Because you need it to not be airtight in order to dry, and you need it to be airtight to be a storage, right? So at the end of the day, none of them is a storage. So that's something you cannot really compare, but it's kind of a value, right? If others don't have. For $80, you end up with a pretty solid storage box and efficient dryer. And we did compare this box, which is now at 40%, by the way. We did compare this box with other storage box availability. So as a dryer, by the way, what do you think? So as a dryer, what do you think of the $79.99 mark? Do you think it's do you think it's worth it? We just saw that it's still above market price. Now the question is, do you value the extra feature that we market as something that worth the extra 20%? Do you know how sensitive the dryer is to electrical fluctuation? The power grid here isn't awesome. I'm not too sure, actually. I'm not too sure. There is I think there's a surge thingy, but I would have to double check because there is three safety feature about the drying. The one that shut down the PC board, the one I think it's a heat break, like a usual physical heat break, and there's another one that shut down the electricity here, the power. But regarding power surge, I don't know. Is Nick in a prison cell? No, that's my new office. That's my new office. Yeah, so what do you think about the price? Okay, hot fix. $80 is too expensive for a single filament dryer. I got two different brands for $55 on sale and returned one because the LCD interface was janky. So $80 is too expensive for a single filament dryer. Okay, so hot fix. Your meaning is that the additional feature, like the fact that it's modular, let's say, I guess the biggest difference is the modularity, right? So the modularity for you do not explain the additional 20%. Is that correct? Hot fix? Just so that I understand, the reason why you feel like it's too expensive. Welcome to the Houston power grid. Well, I didn't have much electricity issue, right? I mean, I've been here for 2 days in this house, so I will have to get a better sampling. But yeah, so far so good. I think it's I think it is expensive as a dryer that is only single spool. Okay. I think the price is okay. I order 1 and 3 extra boxes. Oh, nice. Thank you for ordering, Jay. I'm good with the price because of the storage. However, I can see why sometimes might see best at $10 or so less. Yes, yes. Any idea how much it will be in Canada and when will it be available? It will be available in June, and the price should be the same as US, like multiplied by 1.35, I think. Slightly cheaper than the US, I think. Yeah, or just multiply by 35 and taking the lower, round up to the lower one, something like this. Any idea how? Yeah, hot fix. It's not modular until you release more module. Until you release more module. Well, there is a lot. You can buy as many modules as you want. I mean, it only comes with one module, but you can buy another module. You can buy 100 modules if you want. If I understood properly your comment. I missed the beginning, but for sure I'm not going to use $80 dryer as a storage. But the storage is not $80, right? The dryer is $80. The dryer, it comes with a dryer and a storage. But yeah, so another question is the box itself. $30 for the box, $29.99 for the box. Right, that's another. So if we compare, let's say you want a filament storage, right, that you can print from, right, with the spindles and everything. So if you want to buy this, let's say you want to buy this, let's find a competitor or an alternative of this, right? So if you want to buy an alternative, you will find, I think I found last time. Oh, nice! It's using a PolyDryer spool to show off the vacuum. Okay, so it's that's not the right keyword. Well, you will find a PolyDryer, PolyDryer box, and I saw it last time. It's a kind of cereal box with like B rings inside and stuff like this. Let me see. Why I cannot find it anymore? Wait, filament storage box. It was like this, but there was, the B rings and the holes and. Well, there's this apparently. Let me check. I didn't see this before. Again, the PolyDryer box. Yeah, that's strange. Or maybe dry box, maybe. No, there is like this type of like cereal box. Or maybe, well, first what we can see, there is no, oh, there you go. Okay, so compared to, like, let's try to find alternative, right? So this is one alternative, and it's $50. So definitely more expensive, right? This one is an alternative, is kind of an, there's no bearing. Oh, wait, what? Oh, my bad. It's pretty small for school. So yeah, so there's this alternative. So you can send me links, right? You can send me links. I don't want to be biased, right? I'm really looking for, there's this one. I'm really looking for an actual, yeah, there you go. You see all of these, like an actual alternative that you could buy. So this, but I think it comes with a spool. So $49, $50. So far, all the alternatives are much more expensive, which for me was surprising because a lot of people found, oh, what is this? Oh, it's a dryer. Found that the PolyDryer was reasonably priced and the PolyDryer box was very expensive. And when I looked what you could have as an alternative, then they're all either super expensive, either it doesn't exist. So maybe that's a new, like, yeah, there's another one here. Oh, I think I got it already. So the only alternative is people that are saying, I can build it myself for cheaper, which, you know, I understand the argument, but there's a lot of things you can build yourself and make it cheaper, right? That, for me, that's not really the point. So, you know, out of this, for me, objective analysis, the PolyDryer itself is slightly above market price, and the PolyDryer box is much cheaper than the market price. You get what I mean? Well, at least on Amazon. I don't know if there's other. Maybe PrintDry. Maybe PrintDry has this type of stuff. Yeah, but they only have dryer or something. Let me check PrintDry. Let's have a look. Sorry, let me read a little bit the chat also. Feel free to copy paste if I missed one of your. Okay, so storage. Oh, so they only have some boxes. Okay, so even PrintDry, they don't have it. Accessories, maybe. Accessories, no. They only have their storage box. Let me see. Is my internet that is slow? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, they don't have. Yeah, so you see, they don't have. There's no alternative. If someone wants to buy this, from my quick research, the PolyDryer box will be by far the cheapest option. So, and yeah, let me read the comment because maybe I'm not very objective. Oh, do we have the resin god that that just arrived? Yeah, Akuma Mods, what's up? Thank you for the panel that you guys did. It was a very interesting discussion. Hotfix, agreed. $80 upfront investment is a big ask when there are other solutions out there. Yeah, so the idea, Hotfix, is that the $80 provide you with a certain value. If you are only interested in drying your filament and you're not interested in the other value of having that modular system, then yes. Well, wait, depending on how efficient the other dryer are. Because if our dryer happen to be confirmed that by the market that it is a more efficient dryer than other dryer, maybe you will reconsider the $80. Maybe. I'm not saying you will, but you might. Because you will know, okay, there's a $55 dryer, but there's an $80 dryer that do the job better. Now there's more value outside of the modular system. The $80 gives you the extra value to buy the $30 per spool add-on. Yes. The price is fair, honestly. We cannot expect to get the same that we used to for the same price. Inflation affect everything except our paycheck. Yes, good point. Hotfix, 100% agree. If you guys blow the competition out of the water, then it's a different value proposition. Yeah, hotfix. And that's what I'm the most excited for. I'm excited for, number one, I'm excited for three things. The first thing I'm excited about is I believe our dryer is better, just as a dryer. So I'm excited to hear from the market how good our dryer is. Number two, I know our storage box is by far the best on the market also. So I'm excited to learn about people's feedback. And we have that modularity, which we believe is a great value to just put that on your storage and take it and dry it and then go and print with it. And I'm excited to see if it's useful for people, right? If that ease of use is indeed an ease of use, right? Or something that they don't really need, right? The biggest challenge of making something modular. What is the biggest challenge of making something modular? We want to be a dryer. We want to be a storage. If we are not 100% confident or 100% sure that the modularity is by far the biggest value, then you take a risk. Because making something modular can end up being a bad dryer and a bad storage. Can you imagine, right? We want to make a modular system because modularity is what people want, and we end up having a bad dryer and a bad storage. So why it took so long for us to develop this is because, number one, we believe that the modular system was a great value for people. So we had to do a modular system that was better than the competition as a dryer and better than the competition as a storage box. And that was the big challenge. Because when you do something modular, then you usually end up not doing good at both jobs. But we believe we successfully achieved that challenge of having the best of both worlds. And that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about hearing the market and hopefully confirming that, right? Hopefully confirming that. Sorry, is my team open? I just heard. Let me check. Yeah. So what do you think? Any word on when the dryer will be available in Canada? So June. Toronto then 3D June. PolyDryer. I have a commercial dry box, super expensive for what it is, but it saved me so much in filament being ruined. Yeah. There is what we use in the R&D is like temperature, humidity controlled oven. So you set the temperature, you set the humidity. It's not a cheap oven, but it works, and you can do multiple at the same time. Sideline. The system is very solid. I have this and a print dry. I really like the ability to store and dry and print all from the same storage container. Yeah, and we hope that's because sometimes the difficulties of coming up with something new is that something people need? That's the hardest question we have to answer. Is you come up with, because you can copy something that is on the market and you know it's working because there is already product out there that people need. Let me go back to normal mode. Yeah. So there's already products out there that is working, and you don't have to confirm the market need. You just copy paste, right? But when you come up with something like this, which for me is an innovation, right? We try something, we innovate. Now the question is, did we go the right direction? Do people need a modular system? Now that's what I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to learn about the market, see how people use it. Do they use it only as a dryer? It's a better dryer than others, so they just use it as a dryer. They only have one box, and if they need another dryer, they just buy another PolyDryer, complete set. Or do nobody use the dryer? They all buy the box because it's a very airtight box and it's one of the only option on the market, and they finally only use this. Or, which I hope, they all need that modularity somehow. They all have, all their nylon, their PA12 in one box, PA6 in one box, PA612 in one box, and PVA in another box, and they don't need to worry about it anymore. So it's really exciting. I'm really excited to learn about all of this. By the way, we are down to 38, so it's pretty slow. It's pretty slow. I don't have any reference, but yeah, we're down to 38. Hey, Big Jano. NSCO, yes, for modularity, I left my filament in a dryer and the humidity in there went up 60% in 2 days. Yeah. I mean, the current dryer on the market are not meant to be a storage. The current dryer on the market, you dry your filament and then you have to put it somewhere else. Whether you put it back in the bag, resealable bag, right? That's why don't stab the bag. Like if you stab the bag, then you dry your filament and then where do you put it? Where do you put it? Some people has a very big bin, like a very big plastic bin, and they put all the filament inside. They throw a lot of desiccant and then they store it. That's another way you could do it. It's more cost effective. Will there also be a 3 kg spool version? I think so. I cannot talk too much about what's coming in that line, but you can already guess that this is a first product of some type of line of product, right? I mean, it's a modular system. We offer 3 kg and 5 kg. So I need to move it to Polybox. The dryer is not airtight. Yes. How will the box and dryer combo be shipping in the US? So we have 2 fulfillments, one from our Houston facility and one from FBA. Depending on how much if you buy like 50 or 100 boxes, then it will be from Houston. If you buy a few boxes, then from FBA. Hey, Westery, Uber Monkey, I don't currently print with nylon, but my basement is below 40% humidity. So for my PLA, ABS, ASA, TPU, I don't bother drying it. Yeah, so I wouldn't really care about what's the humidity in your room or whatever thing. What I would care about is your printing quality. If you notice that the printing quality go down, then I would start caring a little bit more about the filament. If the quality is fine, you have a good printer and the filament is fine, then it's fine. You don't need to care too much about moisture. But keep in mind that sometimes the mechanical properties start to suffer before you can notice it aesthetically, right? You may have a part that is weaker than another part, and you don't understand why, because it look the same, but sometimes the humidity affects the mechanical property or the property of the part without affecting too much the quality. So that's something to keep in mind. Hey, Creative Bear. Oh, by the way, I want to take a small second to give a shout out to a few Discord member, which I listed here because I see Creative Bear here. So this project actually started almost 2 years ago, and we had some discussion on Discord and even some pretty cool rendering. And so iRib, Greeth, Creative Bear 3D, Charmander Nerd, Bear 2, Vices, and Whooping Pochar were the people that was pretty active in that discussion back then. And yeah, so I just wanted to give them a shout out because that's how everything started, basically. I posted. Sorry. I posted. I posted a message on Discord saying, if you guys forget about the Polybox and forget about any dryer on the market, how would you design a dryer? I think that's how everything started. And yeah, and then here we go. We have this PolyDryer. So down to 37. Okay, so let's have a look at the noise and stuff like this. So yeah, like I said, if I miss any question, feel free to copy paste the questions. That was a fun discussion, and a lot of ideas are in the final product. Yes. Differently. When do we get the 5 kg spool dryer? I'm not sure when. Where am I going to plug this? The monitor here, my computer here, but I don't think it will fit. Let me check if I can plug it there. So I can remove this and maybe plug this. Oh yeah, it fits. Okay, let me plug it. Okay, so is it loud? So we're gonna answer that question. So without using the other one, first, just in my distance from here to there, okay? I'm going to on. So when I on, so the beep is definitely loud. And I had some feedback asking if there could be an option to remove the beep. So don't worry about not hearing the beep when it's finished drying, because you will hear it. And we will think about giving the option to people to remove the beep if you don't want the beep. Okay, so there is multiple way to use it, and I'm gonna read the manual just to make sure that I don't miss anything, because I also want to talk about the continuous drying. Well, you know what? Let me not read it. Let's see if we design it intuitively. So there is okay, so let me move you guys here. How cool is this? Okay, let's do this. Okay. So there is, why is there a sub button? Okay, don't forget to subscribe, okay, or to follow on Twitch. Okay, so let me look here. So you have a play pause. Okay, sorry. Oh my God, I have a lot of things to prepare for tomorrow. I have another presentation tomorrow. Okay, so there is a play pause button. There is a mode M button, and then there is a plus and minus. Okay, and that's it. So there is a number here, so 6 hour, and then there's a level here. So if you click mode, you can see it. It goes from level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, so that's the mode. You can see the mode here, depending on what you dry. There's different mode. The power level. Okay. Now here you have a plus and a minus, and it goes by half an hour. So 8 hours, 9 hours, and then if you hold, then it will just increase. But maybe you can go faster like this than holding actually. And it goes up to, I think, oh, 24 hours. Okay, so it go up to 24 hours and then it goes back to 0. Okay, and then it continue. And then minus is also half an hour. Okay. Once you're ready, once you set the time and once you set the mode, so let's say level 2, then you click the play. Okay, so that's the sound. And then you will turn red. Red is hot. It's drying. You see? Before it was setting, now it's drying. Can you hear? So I'm not very close to the microphone. I mean, there is like, what, maybe 40, 35 centimeters between my microphone and the dryer. Can you hear something? I will show you how to do the continuous mode. I will show you. So you see here, I can feel there's the hot air. The hot air is coming from here. And here I can feel it's sucking the air here. So it's sucking the air here and it's blowing hot air here. And here it feels a little bit cold because it's sucking the air. So it's moving the air through my finger and it feels cold. And here it definitely feel hot here. Not super hot, like I can leave my finger, but it's hot. And then when it's drying, I can still increase or decrease, even when it's drying. And can I change the mode? Well, the answer is no. Once you set the mode, then the mode is set. You cannot change the temperature if it's drying. So, okay, so let me put the other microphone closer. See you, Zombie. Let me put the microphone closer. Oh, sorry. It's quieter than a printer. It should be. That's what we designed it for. So now this is the microphone and I bring it just next to the fan. Can you hear it? Can you hear anything, or is that louder? I have the microphone just next to the microphone, the fan. You can see here. You should be able to hear a big boo. Oh, noise cancelling? Really? How about here? It's not loud. Noise cancelling is winning. Yeah, maybe it's not. I can hear. I mean, it's not like it's quiet, right? You can hear. It's not. I mean, it's not loud, but you should. I mean, I'm literally. Let me check. Where's the? Yeah. So the fan is exactly here. So if I put the microphone here. Yeah. Anyway, so you'll be able to hear if you get one, or there might be some YouTuber that will do a better job at capturing the sound than you. So anyway, if you want to pause, then you click back pause here. Now it's pause. You see the pause here, and then if you hold, then you go back to setting. Okay, now how to go in continuous mode? I think you need to hold the M. So the M, level 1, level 2, level 3. Let me check. If I hold mode, yeah, now I'm in continuous. You see the double loop here? That's continuous. So you hold the mode, and then you can be continuous level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, and then you start. Now it's drying, and it's going to dry forever. It's going to dry forever. That's why there is some safety feature, because if you forget it or something, so it's going to dry forever. And then there is no pause, obviously, because it's continuous, so there is no stop or something. So as soon as you click here, then it stops. And I don't think this works. Yeah, these are useless when it's continuous mode. And then if you want to go back to normal mode, then you hold. Okay, and now you're back to normal mode. Okay, so yeah, pretty straightforward, I think. Let me know if you have any question. How long is forever when you account for the safety feature? I think it's a real forever. We had a discussion about shutting it down at 30 days, but I think because there's some print farm that really dry forever. So yeah, forever is forever until there's no electricity or until there is, I don't know, some type of defect or something. So is it expelling moist air? That's a great question. So you see the holes here? You see the holes? At the beginning, we didn't have these holes. So basically the seam that you see here, I put my nail into it. The seam was enough for the moisture to be expelled, okay, through the seam here. There's a seam all around. But we thought that people would not accept that answer. Like we thought that people would say, yeah, how can you dry something that is airtight, blah, 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 blah. So we purposely put additional holes that we are calling vent. And we tell people when they ask, oh, you don't have vent hole. And then we say, yeah, on the side, there is some vent hole for the moisture. So yeah, it's purely marketing, because from our testing, the seam was enough. But hopefully now people are more confident in the dryer because there is hole on each side. So yeah, I was wondering where the outlet was. Yeah, there you go. If you want, the marketing outlet is here. The real outlet, well, now that we have holes, then maybe it's coming more here than it was here. But yeah, the seam was the one that it was coming. I missed the answer earlier, sorry. What voltage is the AC adapter? What voltage is the AC adapter? I don't know. Does this help here? So let me check. 24 volts is the dryer specification. Input 100 to 240 volts and output 24 volt. Yeah, so the adapter takes 100 to 240, so US and Europe, and it output 24 volt. Was that your question? Output, obviously. Output, obviously. Yeah, 24 volt. If the box remains on top of the dryer permanently, are there any seal around the blower opening to keep ambient humidity out? Also, what is the current warranty for this product? No, if you put the dryer here, it won't be sealed anymore. So it's not a storage box. As soon as you remove these airlocks here, it won't be sealed anymore. There's no seal between the dryer and here. It's completely open. I mean, it's not open, but it's not airtight. The reason is because when it's on a dryer mode, then it's not airtight to let the moisture out. But if it's on a storage mode, then it is super airtight. What is the current warranty for this product? I will have to check. I think it's I don't know actually. I think it's a year. It's either half a year, either a year warranty, something like this. Half a year or a year. I will have to double check. It's like a dryer docking station. Yeah, docking station. That's why we call this the dryer dock. And we are at 36% right now inside the box. And we can, let me check, what time is it? Oh, it's already 9 o'clock. Okay, so we went from 55 to 36. So let's say 20% in 1 hour. Yeah, in exactly 1 hour. In exactly 1 hour. And okay, so let me remove the airlock and let me put it on the dryer and dry it and see how it will affect the moisture. So I'm removing this super airtight and then putting it here, and then let me show you. So 36. Okay, let me see. 36, and now I will activate. Now it's going to dry, and you see how it went up? Who can explain? Actually, it should go much higher. Actually, let's wait a little bit. Yeah, you see, 42. You should go up again. You should continue go up, and then you will go down. Do anyone have an explanation for this? Do you know why it go up at the beginning and then will go down? Can we have more frames with Nick in them? You're talking about all my cameras? So we're talking about relative humidity. The moisture in the filament coming out, there's no filament inside. The air in the dryer is at room temperature and humidity until it heats up. Yeah, I think Michael is on the beginning of the explanation. Can the seal be changed out? Sometime rubber seal can conform to the shape after sitting for a while, or do you just get a new? We will sell the airlock separately. We need a $9 with Nick in each. Okay, so right now it stay at 44. So basically, for me, the explanation is the following. You have a certain amount of humidity inside the box, right? At a certain temperature. The lower the temperature, the lower the temperature, the more humidity it can hold, right? And the higher the temperature, let me see. Is that no? Can you double check on Google? It should be the lower the temperature, the higher the air can hold humidity, and the higher the temperature and the less. I think is this. So if the same, so it's relative humidity. So that means if you are cold, like let's say room temperature with a certain amount of humidity, if you suddenly increase the temperature with the same amount of humidity, as the temperature increased, then the air cannot hold as much moisture as before. So that same amount of moisture relative to the new temperature is higher. Does that make sense? You have when let's say you have a cube that hold half of the cube is humidity. Okay, so you have 50% humidity. Now the same humidity amount inside, but you decrease the size of the cube, which means you increase the temperature, because that increase, that higher temperature, that warmer air can hold less moisture. So you decrease the cube, but there's the same amount of humidity inside. So the relative humidity now is more than 50%. Does that make sense? Okay, let me double check if I'm not mixing everything. Cold air hold more moisture or less moisture. Hot air expand and rises. Cold air contract, get denser and sink. And the ability the air to hold water depends on its temperature. A given volume of air at 20 degrees can hold twice the amount of water vapor at 10 degrees than at 10 degrees. Oh, no, then it's the opposite. Let me check. A given volume of air at 20 degrees C can hold twice the amount of water than at 10 degrees C. Cooled air contracts, gets denser, and sinks. Okay, so it's the opposite. Cold air holds less water than hot air. Is that true? I thought it was the opposite. Why warm air hold more moisture than cold air? Okay, so that means, okay, then let's try to explain again what you see now. It's going down, so it goes up and then it goes down. So that means we quickly heat up the environment inside. And why the humidity goes up first? Yeah, you guys will have to help me here. That's why it's super dry on your skin in the winter. Yeah. Hey, thank you, that engine third, for your order of the PolyDryer. We're trying to understand why when you dry, and you will notice it. You should be able to notice it as well. When you will activate, you see now it go down. So why? Or maybe you're right. Maybe it's, is that, let me think. We are quickly warming up everything. So the relative humidity should decrease. The relative humidity should decrease, but it increases. That means there is a huge amount of moisture injection right at the beginning. Huh, I'm not sure. Did you add heat? Humidity is relative to the temperature. Yeah, I'm adding heat. But the fact that I'm adding heat should be decreasing the relative humidity, not increasing. Right? For the same amount of humidity. You see, it was saying here, a given volume of air at 20 degrees can hold twice the amounts of water than 10 degrees C. So let's say we are at 10 degrees C, 50% relative humidity, and then we suddenly increase to 20 degrees C. Then it should be 25% relative humidity. So relative humidity is decreasing as the temperature increases for the same amount of humidity. But in that case, it was increasing. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because you have a sudden increase of temperature, so you have condensation resulting from a difference between the cold and the hot, and it evaporates after. Yeah, could be. Start the heater for a bit and let it get up to temperature before putting the box on top. Okay. So it is, so okay, so now I remove, okay, let me quickly put the airlock. Let me quickly put the, oh, the box is hot. Okay, so now I quickly put the airlock and oh, so now the humidity is raising as now the box is cooling down. The box is cooling down. Let's see what it does. And try to cool it. Cool it down. Okay, so it's not changing the relative humidity is the same. Let me check. It's still a little bit hot, but it already cooled down. So the air inside cooled down, and yeah, now I go back to 37. Okay, so let's wait a little bit, then I will put it back inside. As the moisture air got circulated out of the area of the sensor, the humidity goes back down. Yeah. Okay. And then let me remove the airlock and directly put it inside. So you remove the, so it's still 37. And then I remove the airlock very quickly. Oh. And quickly put it there. And now let's see. Oh yeah, I cannot see properly. Yeah, here you go. 37. Is that going up or down? 37. Oh, 36. Okay, so maybe we need to do again the experiment once, or maybe that's what, who was asking this? Was it hot? Who was asking to let it, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, so when we are blowing direct, oh, maybe we just blew, oh, maybe, oh, that's why one of you was asking to let it heat up, right? Because maybe at the beginning, when we start, we blow cold air. We blow basically the air that is in my room, and is a higher humidity than what was inside the box. So so basically at the beginning you're blowing the moisture in, but if you let it heat up, then it blow dry air. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So basically, yeah, that makes sense. How can we solve this? Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, it's like a little bit of humidity at the beginning, and then it will quickly go down. But there might be a way. Yeah. Anyway, at least it makes sense. It makes sense. Torotodan 3D. Sorry, I don't understand the point of heating the filament is to evaporate the water from the filament. As long as the filament is drier than it was before, there should be no issues. A volume of air so small hold almost no moisture. Sorry, which part you don't understand? The point of heating the filament is to evaporate the water from the filament. As long as the filament is drier than it was before, there should be no issues. Yeah. A volume of air so small hold almost no moisture. Yeah. So what you don't understand, Toronto? Reintroduce a higher humidity into the box temporarily. Yes. To put a sensor right next to the desiccant. I think it's okay. It reached equilibrium pretty fast, so I think it's okay. Reintroduce Manila. Sorry, Nick, just came, so you might have answered previously, but when can I? June, Francis. That sounds like a good possibility. Nothing to solve, just let you run. Yeah, okay, then we're good. And you see now it's down to 32. And the box is hot. Even the top here is hot. I mean, not that hot. He is hotter. He is hot. The back is not that hot. The side is the hottest, and here, and here, and here. But the air is coming from from this side, but somehow it's not hot here. I think it's because you see how it's designed. You see how it's designed here. There's a kind of like there's a lip, so it's blowing the air, kind of almost in the filament. Yeah, here is not hot, but if I touch here, Here is hot. Yeah. Okay, pretty good. And now we are going down 32. Okay. Any other questions on the PolyDryer before we end? And yes, don't lose these. We haven't found a way to make sure people don't lose these, but we haven't found a perfect solution yet. Let me move this maybe from here. Then you can see it here. Yeah, there we go. So nice to have multiple cameras. Hopefully it makes the live stream a little bit more enjoyable. What is the product launch coupon code? Well, if you haven't used Polymaker First Try, you can use this one. That's 15% off. Can they be 3D printed? Yes, they can. But you might still need an O-ring, the rubber ring here. Let me show you. Is that easy to remove? Yeah, not easy to remove, but there's a ring that you might need to buy. Or maybe if you have a multi-material printer, maybe you can print with TPU here. That could be a good idea. Looking forward to the PolyDryer Pro or XL. Yeah, why not? How long does the humidity goes after running for like 12 hours? Well, it depends on a lot of factors, but after 12 hours, I think it will go below 10%. TPU for the win. Okay, great. Then, yeah, if there is no other question, then I think that's the end of the stream. There's much more that I want you to do. I want you to go through the Reddit that has some interesting questions that I want you to answer, but we can follow up later this week. Let's go to, is the ZNZ going on Zombie's channel or on Paisley's channel? So we can go and check them out. Loyal is also, how about we go to Loyal? Why I don't see the ZNZ? Oh, Paisley. Oh, there you go. They are showing, what is Loyal doing? Well, I think he already showed off the PolyDryer. And ZNZ are still showing off the PolyDryer. So let's go to, so you can go, there's Loyal that is live, Make a Deck, Paisley's, Boana, Chris Perillo, Stephen Poole. We will go and continue our talk about the PolyDryer with the ZNZ. If I remember how to raid, it should be this. Okay, there we go. So you're talking about the dry. We're talking about the dryer there. Loyal is on to. How about just a bigger container? It could be depending on how depending on the balance. You know, you can have like a big spool, but the dryer itself is pretty thin. Thank you, Sideline. First stream of many, and hopefully we will remind that day, right, in a couple of months, where I started my first stream and everything is empty, right? So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, thanks again, everyone, for joining. Have a very good rest of your night or day, and I will talk to all of you in the next one. And don't forget to join our Discord. The link in the description. Have a good one.